Good morning, folks. Not sure if you can see me, but it is Wednesday morning and we're just about to leave Darwin, heading towards Katherine. See you on the road later today. So we are out of Darwin on the road towards Adelaide River. Temperature's about 21 degrees. Getting out of Darwin was pretty straightforward. Traffic was fairly light. A little bit smoky around here this morning. But we were told last night when we were at the pub that there's had quite a few fires around here recently. And you can see signs of recent fires along the roadside. I don't know whether that's just part of some regular burning hop program, or it does look very dry around here at the moment. Anyway, we'll talk to you later. Maybe if we stop at the Adelaide for the 7-3. So we've got about 30k to Katherine, and the Suzuki just turned over 90,000 kilometres. Not a bad effort. So we are back in Katherine. We just filled up. I have a 20 litre tank and I took 19.52 litres of fuel, so ran it pretty close to empty. We're now heading out on the Victoria Highway, heading towards Lake Argyle tonight. We've been told that some sections of this road are still a little bit damaged from rainfall and things, so to watch out for some potholes. But it's only about 20 past 10. It's already 29 degrees, so pretty warm. But heading towards WA, should cross into WA this afternoon. Hope everyone has as good a day as I'm having. I will see you further on down the road. Heading towards Timber Creek and seeing a very impressive hill landscape in front of us. Some more spectacular hills rising out of the plains. Really quite a stunning landscape through here. Again, we're seeing the mix of the red, the green and some of the white of the eucalypts.
magnificent red cliffs in front of us. I think we're coming up to a roadside stop and a chance to have a break in a minute. Valley here. Absolutely amazing. First time in this part of Australia for me, and yeah, really glad to be going through this part of the world. This is stunning. So we are just leaving Timber Creek on our way to Lake Argyle, which I think is roughly about 250, 280k away, and temperatures up now about 33 degrees, so quite warm, but yeah, soon we'll be crossing into the WA, crossing the WA border, which will be good. So that will be New South Wales, Queensland, Northern Territory and WA. Anyway, we will keep on rolling down the road, and I will talk to you next time something interesting happens on the road. I was going to ride across this bridge and have a look at the river from on the bridge, but big sign saying we're not allowed. No civilians allowed on the bridge. So there must be some sort of defence installation over the other side. Starting to see some boab trees in the fields beside the road. Oh wow, look at that big one on the riverbank over there. Very unique. Some more stunning landscapes popping out of the flat surroundings. Wonderful privilege to visit this part of the world. Well, better keep on keeping on. Welcome to Western Australia. New South Wales, Queensland, Northern Territory and now WA. We had to stop and I had to undo all the panniers and give them a look inside. Which was and I'd forgotten that I'd padlocked the darn things, didn't have my glasses, so do you think I could see the combination on the padlocks? But anyway, all done, they were very pleasant. So I believe we're about 40 kilometres away from our overnight stay. So see you further on this afternoon. Off the main highway and heading in towards Lake Argyle, which is about 30 kilometres away, riding through a very lovely alley road at the moment with some amazing formations on either side of the road. Temperatures dropped about 1 degree, which makes a surprising difference when you're riding along. Crossing the Ord River, I believe. I'm not sure about that, but I think it's the Ord River. Gee, it's very impressive. A fantastic contrast in colour up in front of us. Those hills in shadow and those in bright sunlight. I don't know what I expected of this region, but the bright green foliage is really quite unexpected. I guess I thought it'd be just drier and less colourful, but it is right now anyhow reasonably lush, the trees. Anyway, you can tell it gets hot and dry here, and obviously the hillsides are pretty bare, and I just got the first glimpse of the lake off to the left. So we've just arrived at the Lake Argyle Discovery Resort, which we plan on staying at tonight. Hopefully we've got a campsite booked. Anyway, we'll go and find out. Good morning. We're leaving Lake Argyle this morning, but before we left we thought we'd just have a quick sticky beak around the lake before we head towards Connemara. Beautiful morning, beautiful scenery, great way to start the day. amazing view. I really had no idea, no real conception of the size, the vastness of this place. Lucky at the moment too, because the water levels are quite high. Lake Argyle. A really great place to visit. Really glad I did that. Leaving Lake Argyle in the morning. Shadows on the rocks, blue sky, light cloud. It's about 6:50 and it's already 27 degrees. So it might be a bit of a warm ride today across the Fitzroy's Crossing. Tell you what, hope we can find a good coffee in Connemara, because I'm hanging out for a coffee this morning for some reason. Anyway, we will keep winding along these lovely roads and head towards Connemara. Fuel up, petrol and coffee hopefully, and see you later on today. So we're arriving in Connemara. Fuel up here, and I think Phil's got a recommendation for a nice coffee spot if we can find it. So heading out of Cunnamulla now, just going on about 8 o'clock. We're not quite sure where our next stop will be. We know there's fuel at Halls Creek, but that's about 360 kilometres. I won't be able to make that on a tank of fuel, but I do have 6 litres of fuel in my bladder, so I might have to stop and refuel from the bladder along the way. But there may be fuel before there, we're just not sure. We haven't been able to pin that down. A little bit more traffic going out of Cunnamulla than we've been used to so far on the trip. Currently still about 27 degrees, which is quite pleasant riding temperature, but it's predicted to get very hot today up this way, so we'll see how we go. Talk to you again soon.
Descending down into a glorious looking valley. The vista ahead is very impressive. I didn't really expect to see so many hills out this way. I don't know why. I should have done more research, but I just assumed it would be flat and similar to the inland country that we'd been through. The road quality on this section of road we've been on this morning has been very good too. Not as rough as we thought it might have been.
So we've just had a quick stop at Halls Creek and filled up at 18.5 litres, so 1.5 litres left in the tank there. So glad Halls Creek was there, and now we're heading towards Fitzroy Crossing. It's about 20 past 12, and I think we've got about 285, 290 kilometres to go towards Fitzroy's Crossing. Riding into a little bit of a sort of a headwind, sidewind at the moment. So currently bike is indicating over range of 290 kilometres, but I think that'll pop up a little bit, so should be able to make it into Fitzroy Crossing without needing to top up in along the way. Anyway, some more long straight roads to go. I will talk to you probably at Fitzroy Crossing. So we are about 5 kilometres outside of Fitzroy Crossing. Stopped a little while ago and filled up from the bladder, which was a bit of a messy affair. First time I've used the bladder. There's obviously a bit of a trick to using it. And we're keeping an eye out now for where we're going to be camping. Hey Phil, did you enjoy today's ride?
Yes, Dave, it was a very good ride. Good scenery, good roads, good company.
Hey Phil, what's one of the modifications you've made to your bike for this trip that's really worked out well for you?
Well, it's like this, Dave. Over the years, I've tried various things to improve the comfort of the seat, and with varying success, but on the recommendation of a friend called David, I purchased a Cool Rider seat cover, and it's brilliant. Highly recommend them.
Thanks, Phil. Morning, Internet, or those few lost and lonely souls that choose to watch my videos. It's Friday morning and we're in Fitzroy Crossing, heading towards Broome. Had a lovely night at the restaurant at the Fitzroy Crossing Lodge last night. But the rest of the night wasn't fantastic for me because my air mattress decided to deflate fairly early in the night. So I'd say I may have had a cat's head burr come up through the floor of the tent and into my air mattress. So yeah, hopefully I can either do a repair in Broome or find a replacement. Because sleeping on the ground ain't good for these maturing bones and joints. Anyway, currently about 11 degrees, sunny, don't know if I can even see a cloud in the sky. Just fueled up the bikes and the bladder. Used it for the first time yesterday. We got some petrol in the tank and a lot everywhere else. So we've learned a little bit about getting petrol out of a bladder into a tank yesterday. Coming up to the sign, Broome 394 kilometres. So if there's no fuel stations open between here and there, then we'll need the bladder. If there is fuel open, all will be sweet. We'll talk to you later on. So we are on the outskirts of Broome. A pretty uneventful run across from Fitzroy Crossing today. Had a tailwind behind us, which definitely made a difference to the fuel consumption. Found fuel along the way, and yeah, it's been a pretty easy run. So now looking for accommodation. So our previous accommodation arrangement didn't work out, so we've come out to Cable Beach and had a very lovely welcome at the, what's this place called, Phil? Holiday Waters or something? Where are we staying? What's it called? I can't see. I'll tell you later. I'll put it in the caption. But yeah, there was a muck up at our last place and they had us booked in to a family room tonight, but then just a double bed room for the three of us for tomorrow night, which now we're pretty good friends, but three of us in a double bed, no. So purchased a new rather large inflatable bed, which I'll have to work out how to carry, and now we have to lug all our gear up several flights of stairs. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Well, look what just happens to be right across the road from where we're staying in Broome. Wow, look at this.